Hey guys, Mike and Barry here. We've got a few tips for these upcoming FTC meets so that we can get better videos that all of us can look through what other teams are doing.
You did a great job sending us videos for Meet 1. Thank you for all those. We're excited to see what you got coming up on Meet 2 and sending us even more videos.
Yeah, we love that you guys have been keeping the shots steady. We just want to see some more close-up shots. As you guys know, when you go to competitions, it's really fun just to walk around the pits and look at the robot. It's just neat, and we're missing that this year. So we kind of want to do that a little bit here, and we're going to show you a few tips. So let's not waste any more time. I'm going to dive in to some of those clips. Here we see a really neat intake and shooter. We actually get to see the ball go throughout the entire process from intake, being put into the shooter, as well as then being shot up into the goal. This intake is just really cool. The articulating movements, the pullback, the going up to shoot, it's just really neat. The one downside though is that this is actually a vertical clip, which as you can tell doesn't really work very well in our YouTube meet celebrations. This is really neat. The LEDs with the mechanisms, it just looks really cool. Again, a vertical clip. The one downside though is it's not long enough. We don't really have enough time to talk about it. Try to make your clips at least 10 seconds long. This is fun. We see a really neat end game. We see celebrations from the teams. We just love that energy. We know it's not as much at home, but we want to see that. This is a really cool time lapse where we're actually seeing the robot doing several things over the course of a match. You can see some of the components, but it's also just neat to see that gameplay from a different angle. This is really neat. These slow-mo shots can be really helpful for teams that haven't had a chance to prototype their robots yet to actually see the way the discs fly through the compliance wheels, coming out of the shooter, working through the intakes. This team did an awesome job pulling from 3 different angles that can really give you a good view of how things are flying. This can be really helpful as you continue to improve your builds. This is the type of stuff we would normally see if we were at matches or in the pits and able to look in these robots. So Barry, honestly, with everything going on this year, I thought the Meet 1 went fantastic.
Yeah, that's right. And we got Meets 2 through 4 still coming up.
Let's check out some Robot in 3 Days from last year. Zookeepers did a really good video showing the entire intake, the articulating shooter, as well as how they handle the ball indexing. This is really helpful having close-up shots to analyze. Snow Problem made a really neat bot. They captured different angles of their robot, including the internals, kind of showing those different components. Again, you could be in the pits and see this in real life. We really can't see that when we're taking really wide match shots. Lamb Lamb had this really cool articulating shooter, and you get to see these neat angles as it's driving along the field, rotating, and just doing really neat stuff. Here's a neat shot of Mechanism sliding into place. It's just a really cool shot with the lights. It's fun. We love it. AC Robotics, they're showing how they made an anti-jam system here. By actually showing it from these different angles, you can figure out how it works.
Hopefully this gave you guys some different angles and some more resources that you guys can use to video your robots so we can help you celebrate all the accomplishments that you've had this year.
Yeah, you guys are making some really cool things, and we can't wait to see close-ups of them because we can't just be there like at competitions where we walk around the pits. We love that, and we're hopefully going to be able to show the other teams that at the celebrations.
Yeah, maybe we'll even get to see you this year.
All right, stay safe, everyone.
Hello, it's E=MC Hammer, team 15858, and I'm gonna tell you how we designed and the process of how we designed our shooter and our magazine. So this is our current magazine, and it's all 3D printed. So first, we needed to think of how we were going to set up our shooter. We either could do a series shooter where the motors and the wheels to launch it were right behind each other, or if they were next to each other. And we decided to go with next to each other because this motor would help launch it better because there isn't a wall here to help guide it and causing more friction. So what we did is we first mounted it on a piece of Tetric C channel with the motor mounts, and then we used SolidWorks and designed the shooter to go around that C channel, because if we can't, it wouldn't be a good idea to 3D print the support that holds the shooter in place, because that'd be too much weight and it'd probably break over time. So we used the piece of aluminum C channel, and our 3D print consists of, our second model consists of 4 different pieces. We've got the right side of the shooter, the left side, and the top and the bottom middle pieces. And the reason why it's in 4 different pieces because the 3D printer wasn't quite big enough to print the whole thing at once. And we couldn't do split it in half because it wouldn't be structurally stable as we did in our very first model, which didn't work quite so good because, well, it didn't print good in the first place, and we made edits to it. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the magazine which stores the rings. So this is our very first model, and what the premise here is it's a top loading shooter in which the magazine's gravity fed, and they just sit in there into a stack. And then we have a slot in the back here in which a servo is mounted on the side, and a little piece of aluminum will just simply slide it out of this front hole in the front, and then it'll touch these wheels on the shooter and it'll just fly out. Now we just made this prototype, our first iteration, out of sheet steel, and then once we were done with that, we then moved to a 3D printed model, which is this bottom half, and it was essentially the same as this, except more refined this was, and we added a few extra features, like we added these little side gates on the side so that you could actually see how many rings were in the magazine. And then we also made a proper mount for the servo, and we made it more precise. All right, so now we have a close-up of the shooter working. So the first step is to get the motors going. So you press one of the triggers, and then you would simply press X and it would shoot it, which I don't know if you saw it, but there is the servo arm that flings the rings into the actual shooter, and then from there you can just keep shooting them. The mounting points for the magazine are these little L-shaped brackets right here that are included in the magazine. They just simply bolt into the back of the shooter just for simplicity of use. And so this whole magazine is connected to the shooter, and the shooter's connected to the C channel, which is connected to these pillars over here. But that's pretty much it for the shooter and magazine. I guess that's it.
Okay, you've got 20 seconds. You got 20 seconds.
Where do I go? Right here? Something like that.
Ooh, nice.
All right, let's get out of shoot.
Oh, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah! It was in the air!
For centuries, sports have played an integral part of our culture. Moving, collaborating, competing, celebrating. We rally around our athletes, lift them up, and admire their awe-inspiring moments and stories that give us hope. The nature of traditional sports is shifting, and we have the power to be forces for change and redefine the game. No matter whether our talents lie on the court, in the lab, or with the controller in hand, there's an athlete inside each and every one of us. Let's work together to champion every sport and every person that plays the game. It's time for us to revolutionize the way we play and move. It's time to be game changers.
3, 2, 1.
I'm not gonna throw my controller this time. It's not gonna happen. Are you sure about that? I am pretty sure.
No.
Driver, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
It's the most exciting feeling I've ever felt.
Being a first alumni means that I have an entire world of connections.
It allows me to volunteer and give back to the community.
I think first can really prepare you to solve any number of the world's big problems. The skills that you're going to be learning can completely change the future.
Welcome, Florida FTC fans, and you are here at the Ultimate Show, where we have the ultimate volunteers, the ultimate teams, and the ultimate FTAs, and the ultimate referees here to tell you about meet number 2. Thanks for joining. I'm going to be on here for just a few seconds to announce a couple of things. Number 1, as I said in my emails, we've got some gift cards we're giving away today, so stay tuned for the teams. I think we're going to give away 5 or 6, maybe even 7. But I thought that it would be unfair to throw in gift cards just in this meet, because we also received some fantastic gift cards in videos in meet number 1. So I want to call out a few teams that I will be sending $50 gift cards to. We got to go with 14191 Galactic Squirrels, because they were the first to introduce, because slow-mo is just awesome, right? Slow-mo videos. The other team that will receive a gift card for meet number 1 is team 16249 Excalibur. That was a fantastic celebration when they heard that they scored their highest score of the day. And that was just fantastic enthusiasm. And then the last team that we'll be giving a gift card away to for meet number 1 is 9013 Merritt Island Matrix. How can you not love a bunch of parents dressed up as cheerleaders cheering the team on? It just doesn't get any better than that. So again, congrats to those teams, and I will send an email to all of the award winners on how you'll get your gift cards. And then the last thing before I get the show started is a quick announcement about upcoming meets, right? So we have meet 3, which will be February 1st through the 7th, but more importantly, we've decided to make sure everybody gets a chance to compete, and we've added 3 more meets. So we'll have a total of 6 meets in every league, followed by the league championship. So we will have meet number 4, February 22nd through the 28th, and then in March, the meets will be spread out because each county has, a different date for their spring break. So there's a bunch of different dates based on the league's specific requirements around what fit best based on spring break. And then our final league meet will be April 5th through the 11th. And then the league championships are going to be that last weekend in April. So I think that's all good news. I know a lot of teams, it's been a struggle this year to make progress, so we want to make sure everybody gets a chance. So if you still haven't been able to make it through a meet, still plenty of chances coming. So let me now turn it over to the ultimate FTA, AJ, for a quick technical update.
Hi everyone, AJ here to talk about keeping your software up to date. As time goes on, we get new versions of several different things. The robot controller and driver station apps, the Rev Control Hub operating system, and Expansion Hub firmware. Knowing that a new version is available can be difficult, and actually doing the update can take some time. Luckily, there's a new tool to make this easy for you. It's called the Rev Hardware Client, and you can find it at revrobotics.com/software. When you plug in your phones and Rev Hubs, the hardware client will detect what you have installed. If anything has a new version available, it'll let you easily update it. This is really convenient because app updates are no longer available from the Google Play Store. So, in the week leading up to an event, check everything with the Rev Hardware Client. It's the easiest way to keep your software up to date. Learn more at revrobotics.com/software.
All right. Fantastic. Welcome, everybody. Another meet of Ultimate Goal, meet number 2 in Florida. My name is Barry Bonsack. I am the game announcer and MC at many of the events and your virtual host for today's show. Quick introduction of myself. I am here to celebrate you all and your successes and all your accomplishments that you've had leading up to this time. And we appreciate the many, many, many videos that you've sent. We like nearly or over 100 videos, and we picked out some of the highlights to go through. But I want to share one of my successes with you. that I would love for you guys to come and share my but the team's accomplishment and something I'm proud of. I work at the Kennedy Space Center on the Orion spacecraft for the Artemis program. This is the Artemis 1 crew service module that Lockheed Martin has been working on with its contractors for 5 years. Is when the pressure vessel came in at the Kennedy Space Center and working on it. We just gave it out, sold it over to NASA, and it's getting ready to be fueled. We're going to put a launch abort system on it and bring it to the vehicle assembly building where it will meet the SLS rocket to be launched hopefully by the end of this year. That's the goal. So that is an amazing. You saw that I was there with all my first stuff because first inspired me when I was in high school. That's my hat, my alumni flag, and my mission moon from the Destination Deep Space shirt. I just want to give a huge shout out to my teachers and mentors that inspired me in high school, because this is where I am because of this program and because of all the people that invested their time in me. So enough about me. Let's kick it back to you. Andrew Rudolph was not able to join us today, but we do have a different special guest. There you go. It's quite cold here in, chilly Florida. You need the mittens. Okay, let's kick this off. Less talking from me this go around. We're gonna have much more content and videos of robots. So let's go right to team 16391, the Rising Ninjas. All right, that was awesome. Awesome video there from the Rising Ninjas featuring slow-mo close-ups of their robot. Just a fantastic video, well done to the Rising Ninjas down there in South Florida. But let's go up north to One Clay. All right, One Clay is up near Jacksonville area, and they are still kind of getting started. And Hans, I'll let you pitch in here if you want to talk a little bit about it, but they are working on...
Their team's registered very late, but they're making progress. I expect to see a lot more teams in the next meet up there.
All right, so meet one, we only had 2 teams join, but we have a new contender from One Clay. There you go, the Robotic Gladiators submitting their first scores. So we're hoping to have many more before the end of this season. Okay. All right, so next we have a special video and a word from your 3 favorite 3-letter words.
Good evening, everybody. It's Referee Bob, Referee Sid. Hi, Sid. How you doing?
Good, doing well. Thanks, Bob. Referee Bob.
So, hey, we were watching all your videos. We saw a lot of cool robot things and whatever, and we just saw a few things that we'd like to talk to you about pertaining to the rules and some setup and things that we just want teams to be aware of as they continue to run these remote events and hopefully an in-person event.
Watching all the videos, I was excited. People are taking lots of effective, safe distancing and social distancing measures, which is commendable. They're using their masks. One of the things I would definitely encourage you, even though you're remote, continue to use safety glasses, because eyes are a precious thing. But one of the things I noticed was how different fields are set up. Some have the target zones well marked, clearly marked per the field setup manual, but some have not. So there's a little bit of a discrepancy. So try to mimic as much as possible the actual setup, which will help you in the longer run. Not so much the color of the tape, at least the target zones be consistent in terms of dimensions, because that's critical in how you score, and it'll help you a long way to achieve your objectives.
I've got 2 items to do. One relates to the wobble goals and the other one relates to the rings. First, with the wobble goals. Teams need to understand that if they're going to use the wobble goal to try any of the end game achievements, either put it on the start line or put it over the wall and into the drop zone, they need to ensure that prior to end game, the wobble goal is out of the launch zone or in a target zone. It's got to be out of the launch zone or in a target zone prior to end game starting to be able to use the wobble goals to score an end game. You can move it anytime. You can either move it during autonomous or a teleop, doesn't matter as long as it gets in there before end game and do that. And once you do that, you're able to score both wobble goals for either of the achievements. So that's one thing I think teams need to pay attention to with their strategies and what they're doing. Secondly, there's a couple things related to the rings. First one is, I've seen a lot of teams where you shoot the ring into the tower goal and it does bounce back out. Unfortunately, when that happens, that ring does not count as scored. If it hits the tower goal into one of the areas and bounces on the field, it will not count as scored. It has to stay in the tower goal itself to be scored. And then secondly is about the introduction of the rings onto the field by the human player. One, you need to wait until driver controlled starts before you put them in there. And then secondly, once you do, you need to put all the extra rings that are either not on a robot or on the playing field already out as quickly as you can so that the robot can pick them up. You don't want to wait and try to aim it when your robot comes over there. One of those is that's how it's going to have to happen during a live in-person event, but that's just the rules state that you need to do that as quickly as possible.
Since this is a wide open field, some teams could have the field parameters, and some may have tapes just on the floor. Just be extra careful, because you don't have something to bounce off in the event you don't have a wall. The robot could be driving off the field, the playing field, the dimensions. There are no penalties that you would associate that with. In the traditional setup, if you come in contact outside the field, that's an automatic yellow card.
Hopefully we'll have some in-person meets and get to see you all. Sid, I'm looking forward to seeing you in person at some point.
Absolutely.
And I want to remind everybody to read the rules, look at the forums, ask questions. That's how you're going to learn, just like we do.
All right, thank you, Bob and Sid. Everybody stay safe out there, follow the rules, and go read the manual, of course. So this year is obviously a challenging year, and what a year to start off your very first season. So we want to give a highlight to all those rookie teams out there that this is the first time they've ever competed in the First Tech Challenge. Let's take a look at our Florida rookies. All right, first up we got team 18385 from the Jacksonville League in Jacksonville, Florida, and their Shiva Autonomatrons. And look at that, they were able to build a robot, able to pick up the wobble goals and launch it out into the launching zone. Great job. Great job them. And then now down to South Florida, from Stuart, Florida, we got the Spammers, team 18684, and they are scoring up high. Great job, Spammers. Oh, picking up off the ground. All right, back over to the Jacksonville League. We got the Men in Black Jacks, team 18145. And check out that ring shooter that they have there. Very nice mechanism for picking up the rings off the ground. Fantastic double wheel shooter. Over in Gainesville, still up north, we got the Beach Boys, team 18205 from the Northeast Florida League. Another great way to pick up the rings off the ground. And look at this, they're able to score wobble goals as well. Lifting it up there, drive, ooh, swerving. They got the holonomic drive there and launching it off the field. Great job, Beach Boys. Okay, Gulf Coast League, you got Cygnus Robotics, team 18289 with a slow-mo wobble goal. Great job there in the autonomous mode from the team in Fort Myers, Florida. Cool arm they got there. McCann wheels. Got a shot off. And here we have team 18172, Uplift Robotics from the Space Coast League, scoring all 3 of those discs in the high goal in autonomous mode. Wobble goal? Wobble goal? Oh, no, oh. Well, they got something to work on, but check this out. They're not done yet. They're still wobbling goaling in autonomous mode. Great job there from Oviedo, Florida. Okay, that's a great job. Congratulations, rookie teams. We know you all must be struggling this year, but judging from those videos, you're doing just fine. Great job to all those rookies. Okay, so let's transition now over to what we got up next. We got some field perimeters we want to show off. We know not every single team can afford a full field, so this is some of the solutions some of these teams have come up with to make their own field parameters. Just lay over the tables, why not? You got Insta walls, lay down some tables. Or just use some cardboard boxes. This here is team 17262.
My challenge for them next time is we want to see Amazon boxes, all Amazon boxes.
Got something against copy paper brand? All right, well, that was team 17262 over in the Robot League. Let's go check out how the rest of the Robot League is doing. Here we go with the Robot League rankings. It actually looks pretty similar to where it did back in meet number 1. We do have a change though. We have the Wicked Gears are moving up. They were in 3rd, now they're in 2nd. Great job there to the Wicked Gears. And Neutrinos are still riding at the very top with their high score of 180 and the ranking points there of 1534. So great job to all the teams there over in the Robot League. Let's now start transitioning over and go check out how things going up in the Aero Coast League up in the Panhandle. Here we got some Tech Turtles. Go Tech Turtles. Hold it. This is the end game of portion, and they are shooting and knocking down those pegs. Great job. Yep, still going up high too. McCann wheels strafing around. Just a fantastic Aero Coast League robot, if I do say so myself. Still going, still going. Great in-game strategy there from the Tech Turtles. And the Tech Turtles last week were ranked number 1. Let's see where they fall this week. Tech Turtles are still up at the very top with ranking points 1503 and a high score of 386. So great job there. Both the teams in Niceville, Florida are ranked number 1 and number 2. Radical Raiders there to the number 2 position. Give a shout out there to Short Circuits though. They went up a rank. They were 4 last meet. Now they're up at number 3. So great job there to the Short Circuits. Okay. All right, moving on now. Let's go check out the Northeast Florida League. You got this.
This is the SwampBot's Ultimate Goal Competition robot. This design was created entirely in CAD software such as Onshape and Fusion 360 before we used large-scale manufacturing to create wooden side panels out of a quarter-inch Baltic birch wood. And also some metal parts such as this versaplanetary stock, which allowed us to mount our motors for our intake and our transfer system. Our intake system works on a 2-inch compliant wheel solid mounted intake that is powered by this belt drive right here that then feeds into a bottom roller right here, which is powered through our intake with this round belt right here, which is a 180 twist, which reverses direction of the intake. From there, it is passed into our round belt transfer system, which is controlled with this motor right here. This round butt transfer system brings the ring up like so and feeds that into our elevated shooter design. The shooter is a 90-degree shooter powered with a Rev Ultraplanetary 1-to-1 and a Rev flywheel. Once we intake the ring and transfer it to our shooting position, we have this servo here with a curved kicker to match the form of this ring, push it into our shooter, and then we can shoot into the high goal or wobble goals with power presets.
All right, fantastic job, Swamp Bots. Man, we asked last meet that we saw all these great scores from the teams, and we asked the teams to tell us more, show us more, give us some close-ups of your robots, tell us how it works, and Swamp Bots there just really answered the mail with that video, and we give it the runners-up for the How My Bot Works award. So great job. Let's take a look at the rest of the Northeast Florida League. Last time, the Swamp Bots were at number 1. Let's see what we've got this week. Climbing up in the chains, Men in Black Jacks were ranked number 8 before, now they're number 5. But look at this, the Crazy Cat Ladies have taken the lead there for the Northeast Florida League. So great job from Jacksonville, Crazy Cat Ladies. And Swamp Bots still holding strong up there at number 2 position as well. The high scores are very close to each other, 141 for Crazy Cat Ladies, 124 there for the Swamp Bots, but really it's the ranking points. It's a very close match between 2 and 3. The FPC Bulldogs Robotics are sitting at 880 ranking points, and Swamp Bots just having 7 more than them, but just below that with 797 the Stormtroopers. So really, really close for that for the 2 position. We'll see what happens in meet number 3, but it's a tight race at the top for the Northeast Florida. Okay, so switching over, let's talk a little bit about finding some fun. Some of you guys just sent some fun videos. We're gonna share this one with you next.
I was with the banging there too. Did anyone find the reference?
Oh, they made donuts. Oh, they were cold. Okay, very good. This is a fun video. I love this. That's Caliper. All right, they say they have Easter eggs, and I glanced at this video, but I intentionally didn't try to find all the Easter eggs. Let's see what I can find now. Clockwork Mania in the Excalibur video. What do we got down here? Cool, cool. Hey, look at those game elements from last year. Giving a shout out there to the Robo Knights in their league. Oh, from the year before. Right. Robots of the future. Hey! Hey! I know those shoes! My feet are in their pit! Oh, and then they have literal Easter eggs in their video, of course. That's great. Tesla League. And the hazmat shout out, very good. Oh, I love it. Thank you guys for including my shoes. I appreciate you guys. It's a fun time there that they were having. All right, so all good. Oh man, there we go. There we go. There's the shot, money shot right there. All right, enough of that. Let's go check out the rest of the rankings in the Tesla League. All right, here it comes. Got a new contender there down at number 9, submitting videos for the first time. We got the Robo-Sakers. And the rest, the top 4 or so, no change in the rankings since the last time. Robo Knights still at the lead there with 1476 ranking points, and Hazmat Robotics Biohazards right behind them with 1232. So 1 and 2, pretty close to each other. But we do also have Excalibur that just joined this time, competing. They are now at number 5. Robo-Sakers also new, weren't on the list there last time. This is their first matches, as well as a couple of the others there at the bottom. So it's great to see more teams joining and submitting scores, submitting videos. I'm hoping as we keep on going, more teams are going to be able to compete with us during this season. All right, so what do we got up next? Gotta scroll down, show flow here. Okay, we're gonna transition. We got some more fun videos from the Space Coast. Let's go check out some more of these fun videos that a team sent us. Okay, looks like the team's trying to pass inspection. Yeah, that's good. Check it off. Yeah. No sharp edges on the robot, right? No sharp edges. Check it right off. Yeah, that's something. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. Look at the robot shoot. Oh yeah, the robot's making it. No, wait, that's a hand on the right side. Okay, that's cool. Just enter in a high score for each match. No problem. Oh, at least he's wearing glasses. All right, that was Team Tired there. Team 14856 from the Space Coast League, and that was a fun video that ended with a fantastic sizzle video from their team. So thank you, Team Tired, for giving us all a good chuckle. Let's go check out the rankings for the rest of the Space Coast League. All right, really high scores over in the Space Coast League. And we got a little shift in mid-pack here. And at the very top, we have Team 6323, the pink team, with ranking points of 2,748 and their high score of 322 points. We included the full match video in the pre-show, and it's out there on the YouTube channel as well. But, oh man, that is just amazing. In fact, that is one of the highest scores in the entire world. It is actually the second highest score in the entire world, and right behind them is Team Super 7 7477 with 1,817 ranking points. They also are ranking in the top of the world here. They are up at number 19 of the entire world. So right there, number 1 and 2 are not just 1 and 2 of the Space Coast League. They're in the top 20 of the entire world. So great job to all those teams. Mike, if you would, show the rankings back up if it's easy to do so. I just want to give a quick shout out also to the Cyber Knolls, who increased their rank. It's hard to, we don't want the other teams to get lost in the really, really high scores of those top tier teams. Shout out there to the Cyber Knolls. They were ranked 8. They jumped themselves up to number 6. Same thing with Uplift Robotics, Team 18172, rookie team, got themselves up to the 5th rank of the Space Coast League. They were 7 last meet, now they're number 5. So great job to the rookie team, Uplift Robotics. Okay, moving on. Let's go check out some stuff going on over in the Gulf Coast. South Florida. We're going to South Florida next. Thank you, Mike. So here we go. Team B3, the Broward Bulldog Bots. I said during the Meet 1 videos, don't forget this team's name because they have a very high-powered robot there. Also, here we got Team 14431, the Pirates from Fort Lauderdale, showing off their Mecanum drive there and just a fantastic autonomous mode. They don't make all 3, but making 2 is not too bad. Getting a wobble goal, coming back, picking up a ring off the ground, and oh, so close, so close. And they're not done yet, finishing off with another wobble goal. Great job, the Pirates from Fort Lauderdale. So let's go check out the rankings here at South Florida League. All right, fantastic. There at the very top, we got there are a whole lot of teams there in South Florida. This is 13 through 24. Here's 1 through 12. There are 24 teams in the South Florida League to be the top half here. That's an impressive impressive feat. So at the very top, B3, the robot we were just talking about, ranking points of 1909 and a high score of 240. That also puts them in the top 10 of the entire world. They're ranked number 10. They're from Hollywood, Florida, so great job there, B3, representing the league and sending in just some great video. Rising Ninjas, you saw their video earlier, another just fantastic video. Crown Jewels is a new entry that we either didn't show or didn't have up for the last meet one, but Crown Jewels currently in rank number 3 of the South Florida League. A couple other shout outs there. Electrostatic up at number 9. They moved up from 11. Pyrites, they were number 9. Now they're number 6. And Eaglebotics Gold were number 10. Now they're up at number 5. So great job to all these teams that just keep on working on their robots and getting a little bit better each week. Okay, let's move on. What do we got up here next, Mike?
Gulf Coast.
Going to the Gulf Coast next. All right, we got some gracious professionalism to talk about. Remember, robots are fun and good, but this is all about being able to show gracious professionalism. So let's show a video about gracious professionalism.
As you probably heard, the concern we have is during the autonomous phase, the phone was held the entire time. While nothing was actually done with it, we're checking to see if that is a violation of the rules.
All right, so they gave themselves a penalty. Bob and Sid can't be everywhere, but they actually had a question about the rules, looked at their video, and realized that they were holding their phones during autonomous mode, and you're not supposed to do that, so they gave themselves a penalty and deducted scores from their high score and then submitted it. So great job. And we got something else coming up for you next. Let's see it.
Hello, we are Cygnus Robotics, a rookie team part of the Gulf Coast League. Our team was formed in August 2020. We've had an incredible journey so far. Our mentor team, Jabba the Hutt, have been supporting us and guiding us every step of the way. Here are some of the ways they supported us. They helped us with choosing the right parts, they provided feedback on our robot design, they helped us with getting set up on the programming side, and they helped score our matches. We couldn't have come this far without them. Every rookie team should have a mentor team.
Great to see veteran teams helping rookie teams. Way to go, fantastic. Let's go check out the rankings there for the rest of the Gulf Coast League. All right, before we get there, another video. Here's Team 516, Gears of Fire from Palm Harbor, Florida. This is not the same video. This is them showing off their autonomous mode and showing just how consistent it is. 4 different videos of their, it all looks pretty same up until about the end, a little bit of inconsistency with the wobble, but overall, a fantastic autonomous mode, very consistent with shooting and moving on. So great job there, Team 516, Gears of Fire from Palm Harbor. All right, moving on to the rankings here. All right, up at the there's the Gears of Fire that we just saw. And at the very top, we got Team 3101, the Boombots, jumping up. They were in the 3rd rank during the last meet. Now they jumped up to number 1. So great job there, Boombots. Consistently successful year after year. We got a new entry there down at number 15. The Side Droids of Cypress Lake from Fort Myers submitting for the first time. So great. Glad to have another Gulf Coast team join in the rankings. The Team Ironic, FE3 there, moved up to number 11 from number 12. Cygnus Robotics moved up to number 7. And E=MC Hammer moved up to number 6. And these are just, again, some extremely high scores. 1990 ranking points there for the Boombots. That actually also places them in the top 25 of the world. And that is putting them at 4th. And right behind them there, Charlotte Surge with with ranking points of 1759. That puts them in the 13th of the world. So again, Florida just all over the map of Florida, ranking in the top of the entire world. Multiple teams here ranked in the top 25. Great job. All right, let's go show you another How My Bot Works video.
Hey, it's Gage from MC Hammer, and I'm going to show you a useful but simple tool for your robot. As long as you've got a 3D printer, you can use this. So what this is a robot holder to hold your robot off the ground. So if you're coding, you don't have to worry about your wheels touching the ground, so it's easier to code. And also, it's better than what some people do, which is take a wood block and stick it underneath their robot to get off the ground, which works, but it isn't as good. So what we have here is we designed it on SolidWorks, and it is just simply a little kind of like an eye with a little slot in the top. And what it does is the little eye in the top, the groove, it'll just sit inside one of the little slots in the C channel, and it just rests on there. And you've got 4, so that one goes in each corner of the robot, and it makes it stable. All right, so now I'm gonna show you how to put them on, right? It's very simple. You just put one in each corner of the robot. It doesn't really matter where, as long as it's a corner. You put one there, and you just see how it slides directly into that slot right there on the C channel. And then you do the same thing to the other side, and then the same for the back side. And voila, you've got a perfectly good robot holder. It is nice and firm, and it won't move.
Fantastic job, Team E=MC Hammer from the Gulf Coast League. Not only did they win the How My Bot Works Award, they were the runner-up for what we call the Ultimate Video Award. That was just a great video, so fantastic. Again, thank you all the teams that have given us this fantastic content, because that makes Mike's job much easier here to be able to put a lot of stuff and give me something to talk about. And
I haven't slept in days.
Mike has been working very hard on all this video editing, doing the intros, and also shout out to AJ Foster and Laura Bierman. Lauren, right? That was we had like 98 videos to go through, guys, and AJ, Mike, and Lauren did a fantastic job pulling out the top content and give us something to talk about. But we have another amazing ultimate video, but I'm going to pass it off with some correspondence in the field. Let's see, we got Herb Street and Fowler. Okay, yeah, that sounds like they're ready. We got Gigi, our Dean's List, Herb Street, and Lana Fowler out there in the field. Let's pass the ball to them.
Hello, First Tech Challenge fans. We come to you today from the Cat's Lair in Jacksonville, Florida on this rainy January evening. I'm Lana Fowler, joining you with Gigi Street, and this is Crazy Cat Ladies Game Day.
At Meet 1, we saw the Crazy Cat Ladies out of the gate with a launching robot.
That's right, Gigi. They used a trigger mechanism combined with a magazine that chambers the ring before they are fired. But today I see their posture roll conveyor has been replaced with a belt and pulley system.
Well, I also see that they have switched from a linear flywheel to a rotary one, and their side panels are gone. It's a whole new robot.
I caught up with the team in the locker room earlier today, and they are happy with the mechanism but have made some improvements to speed up the processes. Sounds risky, but we'll see if they can pull it off.
This has undoubtedly been an unusual season, but boy is it great to see these robots play. Speaking of play, let's get down to the field to check out the Crazy Cat Ladies in action.
As autonomous starts, we see the robot shooting 3 rings into the high goal. Let's get a closer look at how those rings are being fed into the shooter. As you can see, the rings drop down into a magazine and are then lifted into position to be fired by the flywheel. Getting back to the match, we see both wobble goals being placed into that far target, then racing back to the start line, ready to start tele-op. There we go, start of tele-op, and we see a ring going into the intake. Looking up close, the ring goes under a set of compliant wheels and over another roller bar. Here's a side view. The LEDs turn green when the ring enters the intake, telling the driver they've successfully collected a ring. Back on the field, the robot is firing into that high goal again. You notice here the trigger chambers the rings into a firing position before then firing all 3 rings. Here we go, intaking 3 rings into quick succession. Here's a close-up view of those rings going into the intake. Firing 3 more shots, and now we're in endgame. You can see here that the robot is going to grab 1 wobble goal and drop it into the drop zone, and then it's going to grab the other goal from that really tricky corner position. So far in this match, we've seen a total of 7 high goals in teleop, 2 high goals in autonomous, and wobble goal positioning in both autonomous and endgame. And that's the game.
Pat yourselves on the backs, teams. We've made it through another meet. We can't wait to see what amazing things you've created at Meet 3.
Until we meet again, good night from the Crazy Cat Ladies. Meow for now.
Are we on?
I want more videos. I want them right meow.
Oh, man, that was fantastic. As Andrew said last time, my favorite, that's my favorite team name too, Crazy Cat Ladies, because my wife is a crazy cat lady, and I can contest to that. So real quick summary, what I wanted to do was make sure everybody knew who all the award winners were, and then announce one more. Plus, we were going to do a random drawing of any team that didn't win an award. We've got all the team numbers in here, and I'm going to shake it up and let Barry pull out a team. And so again, this team will receive a $50 gift card also.
It goes to team. Perfect. There we go. Ironic. Team 14-26.
All righty. All right, so quick summary. Who were their award winners? Of course, you just saw the Ultimate Video Award. That was team 12-827 Crazy Cat Ladies. The runner-up was team 15-858 E=MC Hammer. The GP award was team 14724 Java the Huts, and a runner-up was team 14226 Ironic.
And one more time, Hans, what did they win?
They all get a $50 gift card. And I will send an email out to the coaches with the instructions on how we'll get you that $50 gift card. It'll probably be actually an electronic card that you should be able to use online, I think is what we're going to try to get, okay?
Awesome.
And we will do this again next time. You also saw the Finding Fun Award. That was team 14856 Tired, right? They won the Finding Fun Award. The runner-up was 16429. The next award was How My Bot Works. That's 15858 E=MC Hammer, and the runner-up was 10497 Swamp Bots. And then really the only other award that we wanted to announce tonight that we didn't we showed it in a video, but we didn't pull it in, is, and this will probably be the only time we do this award, and we probably won't do it moving forward. And in fact, who knows what the awards will be next time. We kind of will make them up based on the kind of videos you submit. So create your own unique category next time.
Make us laugh.
Yes, please make us laugh. And so the other thing, that's important is the creativity of some of the teams in terms of their fields, right? And some teams don't have the funds other teams have. So I have to give Turkey Creek 17262 the ultimate field perimeter and their cardboard box collection. And they weren't even all the same boxes, I don't think. That was even better. And then the runner-up is team 14856 with the folding tables that we showed in the video. So we got to recognize those teams that were very creative in their field perimeter.
Fantastic.
And that's it for the gift cards, guys. And thank you very much for joining.
Hey, when's the next meet?
The next meet?
The next meet.
The next meet?
The next meet.
The next meet?
Next meet.
February 1st through the 7th.
All right. And then we'll be back here the celebrate them again?
Yeah, it'll be that Thursday, which I don't remember what that is. That's probably the 10th or 11th. What's that next Thursday in February?
I'm looking. 11th.
11th, yeah. So that will be February 11th, same time, same channel. We will do this again. And of course, we will ask all the teams to submit videos just as we have in the past. So again, thank you very much.
Good job, teams. Looking forward to seeing more videos for you and join you back here on February 11th.
A lot of fun.